1991, and when we got independent, the state budget was only 130 million euros. If you can just like imagine this amount of money, it's a really small amount of money. How to run the whole like state, which is 130 million euros. Because by now it's 10 billion euros, so the comparison it's huge in 27 years in that sense. But as we got independent, Estonia was pretty lucky because we had a really young generation leading the country. Our Prime Minister was Mart Laar, who was also in his 30s, and he and his team were thinking that Estonia needs to first gain the trust back from the citizens and also lower the corruption level, because that was a huge problem here during that time. And then the Prime Minister and his team were thinking that Estonia needs to go in a way that no other state, no other country has ever experienced before. And already at 1994, they signed the first draft that it's time to go digital. But if you would think back at the time, no one had computers, no one had internet at home. But they already had this idea because Estonia was pretty lucky in that sense that we had some computer sciences background from the Soviet Union time. So already from 1950s, we had a few companies that were doing the computer programming stuff here. And so we had small amount of the people that were willing to run the systems and to were like implementing the ideas and so on as well. But if you would just compare in that sense that the population of Estonia is just 1.3 million people, but it's not the smallest in the size, so the area is 45,000 square kilometers. And if we just like compare with Netherlands or Belgium, so it's not smaller, we are even a little bit bigger, but their population is like many times bigger. But in that sense, you can imagine that this tiny country here, that the capital city is right over here, but we have so many small municipalities, so many small towns actually, and we needed to find a way that we could afford to have like these little offices, little municipalities running. And that's why the government was thinking that we need to go digital, because we need to lower the costs, because we can't afford to have the state that have many offices all around Estonia. And that's what we did, and by now I can tell you that we have arrived to the point that our ICT sector makes 7% of our GDP, which is a really high number, I would say. But the first step that they actually did was to start providing the computers, the interconnection to the small municipalities as well. Because we first needed to start educating people. Because as I said, 27 years ago, no one even maybe knew about what is the internet or what is computers at home. So that was actually the first step that we needed to give people like a chance that they would get to use the computers. And from that time, this process has been really successful. And if we would continue here,